What's going on, guys? This is Alaskan Hawk from FinTrade Pros. There was a request on the Sharkhead chat for a technical analysis on SE. All right, so this is the daily chart on SE. And as you can see, it's just, man, it is just ripping and roaring. All right, it is really flying. Let me see what the RSI looks like. It's most likely overbought, but that doesn't, yeah, I mean, you can see back here it was overbought in 60s, and then it went up to the 80s and it was overbought. And then it dipped down a little bit to the 70s, and then it jumps up here to the 90s, still overbought, overbought, overbought. So it don't matter if it's overbought necessarily. I mean, you can see over the last month, we've been essentially overbought the entire month. So what I have is some trend lines here, and I'm going to jump down to a smaller time frame chart here. So I have this channel drawn, when I was doing my pre-analysis before starting the video. So it's been trading in this channel, just kind of moving up, keep grinding. So looking at this, it's kind of hard to do a technical analysis on where it is going to go, because it's already at all-time highs. There's no resistance up here, so it could really do whatever it wants to do. However, if you notice my 50-period moving average right here, so every time the stock gets a little good ways away from it, it pulls back to it and either just hovers on it before it starts making its next move. So every time it goes up, it comes back down. It's doing the same thing. Right here, it's coming up, coming back down. The 3 and 8s are crossing on the 30-minute chart. They're not even close to crossing on the 1-day chart. So you can look at an hourly chart as well, and really it just does the same thing. Every time it gets up towards the top of the trend line or the channel right here, as you can see, it pulls back to that 50-period moving average. All right, so I would expect it to pull back a little bit, but as you can see, we've done that and then bounce back up the next day. So SE could do something like, pull down a little bit down here, or gap down here, pull down, and then start curling its way back up, to test that 110 high. So obviously your first resistance is going to be at 110.13. All right, you definitely want to break that. But I do think it'll pull back just a little bit. There's nothing in the way of this continuing to go. Okay, so I know it's not a lot. As far as the direction you want to pick, the UOA came out yesterday, which it was crossing the 3 and 8s right here. So it was a good play if you got in yesterday. I think it was yesterday that it came out, or the day before. Either way, you're really not in any danger of losing on that position, unless it breaks this trend line down here at the 98. But by that time, you're going to be well below 50% in the options contract. Not saying that that's what it's going to do. All right, I do think you're going to see a little pullback, kind of like it did here. It runs up, pulls back, and then continues to break a new high. But this isn't a stock that's just been, it's just a steady grind. It's a steady grind riding that 50-period moving average all the way up. So it is a little bit above that area right here. So I would expect it to pull back a little bit. This moving average will continue up. All right, so you could get a bounce down here around 103, or even this 102. You would not really want to see it break this low. If it were to break that, it would definitely come down to test the 50-period moving average, wherever it may be. And if it were to break that, test that trend line that we've drawn back here. So that's my analysis on SEC Limited. If you guys like the video, please hit the like button. It definitely helps so other people can see this video. It helps with the algorithms in YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, and check out our Discord channel in the description below. You guys have a good night.